What if I told you that your mind is a broadcasting station and the quantum field is its most loyal listener, instantly playing back whatever song you have on repeat? And what if the reason your life feels stuck on a loop, same struggles, same frustrations, same near misses, is because your mind is still playing the greatest hits of your old self? Here's a truth that's going to challenge everything you think you know about creating change. You can't wish for a new reality while your mind is still hardwired to the old one. If your mind keeps repeating the old you, the quantum field will too, instantly and without question. Most people approach manifestation like they're negotiating a contract with the universe, trying to convince it to give them something better. But the quantum field doesn't negotiate. It reflects. It's a mirror, not a marketplace. The frustrating truth is that you can do all the vision boards and affirmations in the world, but if your dominant, repeated thoughts are still rooted in lack, doubt, and who you used to be, you are sending a powerful, contradictory signal that cancels out all your conscious efforts. You are literally telling the universe, I want to change, but please keep everything the same. If you're tired of feeling like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, if you're ready to stop being a victim of your own mental loops, and if you're prepared to finally understand how to perform the subconscious reprogramming needed for a true quantum reality shift, then this is for you, because today you're going to learn how to break the cycle. You'll discover how to stop your mind from replaying the old you, so you can finally become your future self, and watch as the quantum field instantly starts reflecting a new and better reality back to you. There's a special kind of frustration that comes from doing all the right spiritual work, meditating, journaling, affirming, yet seeing zero change in your reality. It feels like you're pushing a boulder uphill, only to have it roll back down every single night. This maddening cycle happens because you're trying to install new software on old, incompatible hardware. You can't expect a quantum reality shift when your mind is still running the operating system of the old you, a version of yourself programmed with limitation, doubt, and familiar struggle. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality, and if they keep drawing the same old blueprints, you're going to keep living in the same old house, no matter how much you wish for a mansion. Most people don't realize that their identity is a frequency they broadcast 24/7. When you consistently think the thoughts, feel the emotions, and make the choices of your past self, you are literally telling the quantum field, more of this, please. The universe doesn't respond to your occasional wishes for a better life, it responds to the dominant vibration you offer. This is why you can have moments of clarity and inspiration, but your life snaps back to the default settings. You haven't changed the core frequency. The work isn't about adding new techniques. It's about deleting the old identity program that keeps you stuck in a loop of self-sabotage. This is where the real journey of subconscious reprogramming begins. It's not about fighting your old thoughts, but about making them obsolete by choosing a new way of being. Every time you catch yourself replaying an old story of lack or unworthiness, you have a choice. You can either let that program run its course, reinforcing the old reality, or you can interrupt it and choose to become your future self in that very moment. This internal battle between who you've been and who you're becoming is the only thing standing between you and the life you desire, which leads to a deeper understanding of the quantum mirror. Imagine the quantum field as the most advanced, high-definition mirror in existence. It doesn't reflect what you want or what you hope for. It reflects with perfect and instant precision who you are being. Your consistent mental and emotional state is a projection, like a movie being beamed from your mind onto the screen of reality. If the film reel playing in your head is a drama about struggle and lack, that's the movie you're going to see played out in your life. This isn't a metaphor. It's the fundamental principle of how a quantum reality shift occurs. The field has no choice but to organize itself around the energy and information you provide it. The mistake most people make is trying to change the reflection in the mirror without changing the projection. They stand there shouting at the mirror, trying to wipe it clean, or begging it to show them something different, all while their internal projector is still playing the same old movie. Your thoughts, charged with emotion, create an electromagnetic signature. This signature is your unique broadcast to the universe. When your broadcast is consistently tuned to the frequency of problems, the quantum field faithfully delivers more circumstances that match that frequency. It's an impersonal law, as reliable as gravity. This is why subconscious reprogramming is not just a self-help concept, but a reality creation technology. When you change the dominant patterns of your mind, you change the projection. You start broadcasting a different signal. To become your future self is to consciously choose to play a new movie in your mind, one of success, abundance, and love, until the quantum mirror has no choice but to reflect that new reality back to you. The key to changing the movie isn't just watching it once, but understanding the power of repetition in carving the very grooves of your reality. Every time you repeat a thought, you are performing a tiny act of creation. In your brain, you're strengthening a neural pathway, making that thought easier and more automatic to think again. This is the basis of habit formation, as explained in books like The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. But it's so much more than that. Each repeated thought is also a command sent to the quantum field. You are literally instructing reality to conform to the shape of your most practiced thoughts. Your brain's neurology and your life's reality are in a constant feedback loop, each one reinforcing the other. This is why breaking free from old patterns feels so difficult. You're not just fighting a bad habit, you're fighting a deeply grooved neural pathway that has a corresponding reality attached to it. Thinking thoughts of lack and worry is a well-worn superhighway in your brain, while thinking thoughts of abundance might be a tiny, overgrown footpath. The work of subconscious reprogramming is to consciously and deliberately stop paving the old highway and start clearing and paving the new path. It requires focused repetition of new thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. This is the bridge to become your future self. You don't just decide to be different once, you decide again and again with every thought. Each time you choose a thought that aligns with your desired reality, you are sending a new, updated command to the quantum field and simultaneously building the neural architecture to support it. At first, it feels like effort, but with enough repetition, the new thoughts become the default. The new neural pathway becomes the superhighway, and the quantum reality shift becomes not just possible, but inevitable. The challenge then is learning how to consciously interrupt the old automatic replay. Your mind loves loops. It's efficient to run on autopilot, replaying the same thoughts, feelings, and reactions that define your old self. Interrupting this identity replay is the most crucial skill in reality creation. The first step is awareness. You have to become a detective of your own mind, noticing when the old loop starts playing. It might be a familiar feeling of anxiety in your chest, a recurring negative thought about money, or the automatic impulse to people please. The moment you notice it, you've created a space between you and the program. In that space, you have power. A powerful mindset pivot is to treat these old thoughts not as truths, but as spam email from your past self. You don't have to open it, read it, or reply to it. You can simply see it, label it. That's the I'm not good enough spam again, and delete it by shifting your focus to a thought that feels better. This isn't about suppression, it's about consciously withdrawing your attention and energy from the patterns you no longer wish to vitalize. Where attention goes, energy flows, and reality grows. Starve the old patterns of your attention. This is the active process of a quantum reality shift. You can use a pattern interrupt technique, like snapping your fingers, standing up and changing your physical state, or asking a powerful question like, "What would my future self think about this?" Or, "What's a more empowering story I can tell right now?" Tools like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, offer structured ways to challenge and reframe these automatic thoughts. The goal is to make the old loop feel so boring and unappealing that your mind naturally starts seeking the more exciting, empowering thoughts you are deliberately practicing to become your future self. Once you've learned to interrupt the old loop, the next step is to install a new one. This is subconscious reprogramming in action. Your subconscious mind learns best through repetition, emotion, and imagination. One of the most potent energetic tools is a practice you can call future self-infusion. This involves spending 10 to 15 minutes each day, ideally upon waking or before sleeping, when your brain is in a more receptive theta state, vividly imagining and feeling your life as your future self. Don't just see the success, feel the confidence. Don't just picture the wealth, feel the security and freedom. Another powerful tool is the use of identity statements instead of traditional affirmations. An affirmation like "I am wealthy" can trigger subconscious resistance if your current identity doesn't believe it. An identity statement is more powerful, such as I am the version of myself who is a master of their financial reality, or I am becoming someone who is completely at ease with wealth. These statements create a bridge for your subconscious to walk across, making the quantum reality shift feel more believable and achievable. Record these statements in your own voice and listen to them regularly. To amplify this inner broadcast, use your physical body. Your body is the antenna for your frequency. Practice walking, talking, and carrying yourself as your future self would. How would they sit in a meeting? How would they answer the phone? How would they look at their reflection in the mirror? By aligning your physiology with your desired identity, you send a coherent, powerful signal to the quantum field. This is how you become your future self, not just in your mind, but in your very cells, making your new identity the dominant broadcast. To make this transformation stick, you need a daily ritual that tunes your energy to the frequency of your future self. Think of it as setting your vibrational home base for the day. A simple yet profound practice is the first 60 minutes rule. The first hour of your day is the rudder that steers the rest of it. Instead of reaching for your phone and letting the world's chaos dictate your frequency, dedicate that first hour to consciously broadcasting the signal of your desired reality. This is your prime time for a quantum reality shift. Your ritual could include a 20-minute meditation focused on the feeling of your wish fulfilled, as taught by Neville Goddard. Spend time truly marinating in the emotions of gratitude, relief, and joy, as if your desire is already a concrete fact. Follow this with 20 minutes of journaling, but not about your problems. Script your day from the perspective of your future self. I am so grateful for the amazing client call I had today. Or, I loved the feeling of paying all my bills with ease and excitement. This trains your brain to look for and create these experiences. The final 20 minutes can be dedicated to inspired learning. Read a few pages from a book that expands your mind, like Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, or listen to a podcast from someone who is already living the reality you desire. This practice of subconscious reprogramming floods your mind with high-frequency information, making it easier to become your future self. This daily quantum tuning isn't about adding more doing to your day, it's about prioritizing being so that your doing flows effortlessly from an aligned state. There comes a point on your journey where you must declare energetic sovereignty. This means you make a radical decision to become completely and utterly unavailable for the old story. It's no longer up for negotiation. When friends or family try to pull you back into old dynamics, you lovingly decline the invitation. When your own mind tries to serve you a plate of familiar worry, you politely send it back to the kitchen. You stop defending your past, explaining your choices, or seeking validation for your new path. You simply are it. Detaching from your past timeline is an act of power. It means you stop identifying with your past failures, traumas, or limitations. They are experiences you had, not who you are. A powerful practice is to create a completion ceremony. Write down all the old stories, beliefs, and identities you are releasing. Read them aloud one last time, thank them for the lessons they taught you, and then safely burn the paper. As you watch the smoke rise, visualize the energetic cords to that past timeline dissolving completely. This ritual signals to your subconscious and the universe that you are done with that chapter. This is how you accelerate your quantum reality shift. You reclaim all the energy that was tied up in maintaining the old story and reinvest it into creating the new one. You stop trying to become your future self and realize you can simply choose to be them now by refusing to be anyone else. This energetic unavailability is a boundary. It tells the universe, the only reality I am open to receiving is the one that matches this new, empowered version of me. This is when you truly step into your role as the conscious creator of your life. The final secret to manifestation is this: the shift you're seeking doesn't happen when you've done enough work. It happens in the instant you know it's done. It's a shift from hoping to knowing, from trying to being. This is the state of certainty, or what some spiritual texts call faith. It's a quiet, calm, unshakable conviction in the unseen reality. Effort, struggle, and striving are all frequencies of doubt. They broadcast to the universe, I don't have it yet, so I must keep working for it. Certainty broadcasts the frequency of completion. This knowing is a feeling, a state of being. It's the sigh of relief you feel when a long-awaited package is finally marked delivered. even before you hold it in your hands. You stop checking the tracking information. You stop worrying if it will arrive. You just know it's on its way. This is the energy that collapses time and makes a quantum reality shift appear instantaneous. You let go of the how and when because you are so fully anchored in the what and who. You cultivate this certainty by deciding. You simply decide that you are the person who has what you desire, and you refuse to entertain any thought or feeling that contradicts that decision. This isn't about delusion. It's about loyalty to your chosen reality. You become your future self by being so faithful to your inner vision that the outer world has no choice but to conform. The moment you stop looking outside for proof and find the certainty inside, you've already arrived. Life then simply orchestrates the beautiful unfolding of what you have already accepted as truth. So here is the question that will define your future. What story is your mind repeating on a loop right now? Is it the story of the powerful, abundant, and joyful creator you are destined to be? Or is it the tired old story of the person you no longer wish to be? Be brutally honest. Your current reality is the evidence of your most repeated thought. The power to change everything is not in your circumstances. It's in your willingness to consciously choose a new mental track and play it until it becomes your new anthem. Here is my challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, become the security guard of your mind. Every time you catch an old limiting thought trying to get past the velvet rope, deny it entry. Say, "You're not on the list anymore," and consciously replace it with a thought that your future self would have. Let me know in the comments what one old thought you are committed to retiring starting today. Your declaration is a powerful command to the universe that you're ready for a new broadcast. And listen, if this sparked a fire in you, if you are truly ready to take control of your inner broadcast and master this process, you absolutely cannot miss the video appearing on your screen. In it, I am sharing a powerful 5-minute quantum tuning ritual that you can use every single day to systematically overwrite old mental patterns and install the frequency of your future self. This is the practical tool that makes a permanent quantum reality shift not just a possibility, but your new reality. Don't let this moment of clarity fade. The quantum field is listening, waiting for your new command. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's begin the most important work of your life, becoming the master of your mind so you can become the master of your reality.